Let me take you somewhere for a moment, not to a place, but to a state of mind. Imagine a man named David. David is the kind of person most people pass on the street without a second glance. He's not flashy. Not loud. He doesn't demand attention. But if you ever sat across from him in a quiet cafe, and if he trusted you enough to open up, you'd hear something deeper. David is 58 years old. A quiet man, dignified in his own way. He's spent decades working hard, being responsible, doing what was expected. And yet, he always feels like he's barely staying afloat. Every month is a balancing act. Every unexpected bill brings a tightness in his chest. Every financial decision is wrapped in worry. And over the years, David has developed a silent habit, a quiet, unspoken story he repeats to himself in his mind. There's never enough. I can't get ahead. I've wasted too much time. It's too late for me. He doesn't say these words out loud. He doesn't have to. They've taken root. They shape his decisions, his energy, the way he walks through the world. One day, David attends a small group workshop led by a woman named Anna. She's not the dramatic, spotlight-stealing type. Her wisdom is calm, grounded. She speaks with a kind of clarity that gently cuts through confusion. In the middle of the session, someone asks a question that catches David's full attention. They say, "What if I've spent most of my life focusing on what I don't want? What if I've been stuck in a scarcity mindset for years? Isn't it too late to turn it around?" Anna pauses, looks around the room, and then she says something that lands deeply. You don't have to go back and fix your past. You don't need to undo all those years of worry. Because your power isn't in what's already happened. Your power is right now, in this moment. She continues, the law of attraction doesn't respond to your past. It responds to your current vibration. If you've been telling the same story of lack for years, it's not the years that matter, it's that you're still telling it today. But the moment you choose a new thought, you begin a new story. David leans in. For the first time in a long time, something feels possible. But he's still unsure. He raises his hand. But Anna, isn't that just pretending? If I say everything's fine when it's not, isn't that just lying to myself? Anna smiles gently. Not at all. I'm not asking you to lie. I'm asking you to shift. To reach for one thought that feels slightly better than where you are now. That's how it starts. One new thought. One softer story. You don't need to jump to joy. Just reach for a little relief. Then she gives a small challenge. David, do you have a $20 bill in your wallet? He chuckles. Barely. Perfect, she says. I want you to mentally spend that $20 as many ways as you can today. Not in real life, just in your imagination. Think of all the joyful, meaningful, playful things you could do with it. Buy your favorite coffee. Leave a generous tip. Pick out a small gift for someone. Use it toward something you've dreamed of. Let that $20 be a tool for possibility, not limitation. David agrees. Honestly, what does he have to lose? That evening, he sits at a local diner. Same booth he always picks. Same quiet corner. But this time, he pulls out that $20 in his mind and starts imagining. He sees himself taking his granddaughter to get ice cream. He sees himself buying a bouquet of flowers for his neighbor. He pictures himself putting it aside for that trip he always thought he couldn't afford. And something begins to shift. Not the world. Him. A flicker of ease. A sliver of joy. Not overwhelming, but undeniable. He keeps going the next day. And the next. No grand declarations. No massive changes. Just one new thought at a time. Maybe there's more available to me than I thought. What if it's not too late? I wonder what ease might feel like. And then, small things begin to happen. A friend offers him a side gig that pays more than expected. An unexpected refund check arrives in the mail. His adult son, who rarely offers help, insists on covering dinner for the first time in years. But what really changed? David did. His story. His energy. His vibration. Because the truth is, life isn't reacting to your reality, it's reacting to your vibration. If you focus only on what is, nothing can shift. But the moment you begin to focus on how you want to feel, things begin to move. You don't need to fake it. You don't need to be wildly positive. You just need to soften the story. You need to take your attention, your most powerful tool, and gently point it somewhere new. So if you're like David, if you've been telling the same story of struggle or not enough for years, if you've been believing it's too late to shift your life, please hear this: you are not your past. You are not your patterns. You haven't run out of time. Your point of attraction can change the moment you decide to shift it. So take a deep breath. Picture that $20. Mentally spend it a dozen joyful ways. Let yourself play. Let yourself feel good, just for a moment. That's all it takes to begin again. Your new story is waiting. And it starts now.